Hi, everybody. Wait for people to show up. Whew. I just took a shower, so you guys are going to be watching my hair dry today. So, hello. How's everyone doing? So I am going to be doing live readings today after the initial topical chat. So if you want to purchase a reading, you can do that through Super Chat or PayPal, and the information is below. But we're also going to be talking about the transpersonal chakras. So we've got 8 people here so far. Now 7. Somebody stepped out. But anyway, so does anyone know what the transpersonal chakras are before we get started? I don't know if anyone's feeling very chatty today. I am not. I'm feeling like still halfway asleep. I haven't even had my coffee yet. So you probably know what the chakras are, right? We have 7 primary chakras, of course, starting at the base of your, like your tailbone. You have the root chakra, which is red. Of course, these all correspond with the colors of the rainbow. So we have the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, the heart chakra. We also have a higher heart chakra that most people don't know about. I don't know a lot about the higher heart chakra, but it's sort of like up and to the side. I don't know which side it is of the regular heart chakra. And I think sometimes it's depicted with a pink energy and sometimes with a sort of a turquoise energy. Then we have our throat chakra, which is just at our throat, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. And they've got the colors, yeah, it should be like blue, indigo, violet. Looks like they got them kind of mixed around here, but all right. So those are our regular 7 chakras, but we also have transpersonal chakras. They're called transpersonal because they're outside of our physical body. Whereas these align with the physical body, the transpersonal chakras are still in our etheric or our energy body, but they're outside of our physical body. So the 2 most prominent ones of those are the Earth Star chakra, which is actually beneath the soles of your feet. And you also have chakra points in the soles of your feet and in the palms of your hand. But beneath your feet, in the ground, there is a part of your energy body that connects to the Earth Star chakra. The Earth Star chakra is 1 to 2 feet beneath the soles of your feet, and that helps to connect and ground you into Mother Gaia. We also have a soul star chakra, and likewise, it's like 1 to 2 feet. And I always see it written like that. People are like 1 to 2 feet. You know, I guess I don't know if it varies per person or if we're just not exactly sure how far it is away from the top of your head, but it's, you know, it's hovering above your head. It's kind of like if you ever play The Sims, when you are focusing on a character and it has that little diamond above its head, that's kind of around where the soul star chakra would be. And you also have, and it's hard to find information about these even higher chakras, but there is a continual series of chakras that rises even above that. And I saw something once that was saying that each of those chakras can help connect you to a different spiritual gift. So for example, one of them might help you to connect with spirit guides. Another one might help you with something like remote viewing or whatever. I don't know how accurate that is or not, but what I do know for sure is that your soul star chakra, if that is open, then you will be more likely to be connected to those spiritual gifts. So if you want to be able to know who your spirit guides are or who other people's spirit guides are, you know, to see into other lifetimes. Hi, Latoya. I was just thinking about you actually as I started today. Oh, what a cute little emoji. I've never seen that particular cat emoji before. But yes, we are very well. She, I think, is in here. Well, I heard her earlier. Maybe she's not. Oh my God, I got a bunch of junk on my futon back here. I didn't realize that. It's not junk. It's stuff that people have sent me. It's good stuff. I'm just saying it looks junky. It looks messy because there's stuff all over it. But I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh well, this is my reality. I'm not the neatest person in the world, but anyway, so that's the soul star chakra. So if that is open and active, then you are opening the floodgate to be connected to these spiritual abilities. So if you're wanting to know about past lives, other lifetimes, and all of that stuff that I just mentioned, then it's a good idea to start opening or priming the soul star chakra if it isn't open already. It's also good to really work on being grounded. A lot of spiritual people kind of want to focus on the upper chakras, like the third eye and the crown chakra. Those are very important, but all of our chakras are important. We also want to be rooted and grounded, especially if you're trying to open up to higher levels of psychic awareness, because that can be very ungrounding. You can become sort of like a tumbleweed, and that can be too much, and it can overwhelm you, and you'll be, tossed about like a tumbleweed without roots. It can be overwhelming, and sometimes when people have like real surges of psychic abilities, I know from personal experience, it really made me doubt my sanity for a moment. So that's where being grounded is very helpful, because you'll be better able to know that you are safe. The root chakra, of course, is all about our safety, physical safety, safety in terms of having the resources that we need. But being grounded is very important. So I'm going to guide you all through a short little meditation to show you how you can kind of prime these chakras so that you can become more fully grounded, and also begin to kind of like open up the soul star chakra. Or if it is already open, again, just like any kind of chakra meditation, it just continues to to nurture the health of all of your chakras. So we're going to go through all of the chakras, and then once we go through all of those chakras, the 7 primary chakras, we're going to sort of reach out into the cosmos with our energy and push our energy as far out there into Father Sky as we can. So basically, in this guided meditation that we're about to do, we're going to be connecting to Mother Earth and Father Sky. And in the process, we're going to be priming and opening those chakras. I should say priming or opening. Priming, in other words, like getting them ready to open, because sometimes chakras, they're not going to open until it's time. All right. So those of you who are here now, if people come in and they're about what's happening, and if your eyes are open and you see people chatting, you can just let them know. So just get comfortable. I'll take a little bit more water. I feel dehydrated today. I just woke up feeling dehydrated. All right. So, of course, just like with any, meditation, get into a position that's comfortable for you. It's best if your feet are on the ground, because that's going to help us to have that grounded effect. So take a few deep breaths in and out, slow deep breaths. So you're going to imagine that there are 2 cords running from the bottoms of the sole of your feet When I first started doing this with a mentor many years ago, she described them as crystalline cords. So that's how I always imagine them now, as cords that are made out of crystal. But you can imagine these cords to be anything you want. You can think of them as beautiful green vines running from the soles of your feet, however you want to think of it. We're going to imagine those cords extending down from the soles of the feet. And I also like to imagine like a double helix, like a DNA strand, double helix. They're twirling around. And in that process, sort of like drilling down or like winding down, the force of the double helix energy is helping them to wind down into the core of Mother Earth. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to just keep breathing through it until we get down to the core of Mother Earth. So with every breath, imagine going a little further. Down past the Earth Star Chakra. Those cords are going to be connecting through the Earth Star Chakra down further into Mother Earth. And if you're not good at visualizing, that's okay. You can just repeat in your head, I'm connecting to the core of Mother Earth, or whatever assists you in feeling more connected to her, okay? I will take another moment. If you've not gotten down to that core of Mother Earth yet, take your time. All right, we're anchored into, our energy is anchored into the core of Mother Earth. We're going to take a deep breath and pull her energy up. With every inhale, pulling her energy up. Let's keep doing that for a while. We're going to imagine pulling her energy up through the soles of our feet and into our root chakra. Lighting up the root chakra. Imagine that beautiful scarlet red color of the red chakra, the root chakra at the base of your spine. Just lighting up with that Gaia energy. Now we're going to pull it up to the sacral chakra and imagine it lighting up with its beautiful radiant orange color. Now, right at your belly, we're going to connect this Mother Earth energy to your solar chakra, the yellow chakra. Again, light it up with all that luminescent, beautiful solar energy. We're going to go into the heart chakra and light it up with beautiful emerald green or grass green, whatever green you want to use. Just emitting such beautiful light. And to our throat chakra, the blue chakra. The third eye chakra, indigo. And our crown chakra. Beautiful violet energy. Now let's take one really big deep breath and see that energy just rushing up all of those chakras. And exhale, and it goes back down into Mother Earth. Let's do that a few times. Clearing out any impurities in our chakras. And keeping us fully connected and grounded to the blessed, wonderful, loving, supportive energy of Mother Earth. Now what we're going to do, we're going to start moving up into the soul star chakra that we were talking about before. And so we're going to, when we inhale, we're going to pull the energy up to your belly, where your solar plexus chakra is, because this is going to kind of serve as like a pump between heaven and earth. Because when we connect through and beyond, you know, just because we also be connected beyond our earth star chakra, because we went all the way down into the core of Mother Earth. We're also going to do that above the soul star chakra. We'll connect to the soul star chakra, but push out our energy to connect far, far beyond it. We're going to reach our energy way up into Father Sky. Okay. And our solar plexus chakra is sort of the pump. It's going to help pull the energy up and push it up, and then pull it back down and push it down into Mother Earth. So we're going to do that a few times. All right. So if you're just arriving, we're doing a chakra meditation to help connect more to our soul star chakra above our heads, which can help to connect you more to your spiritual psychic gifts. So let's go. So from the core of Mother Earth on the inhale, we'll pull her energy up into our belly, our beautiful solar plexus chakra, which should be shining bright, should be bright and sunny right now. And then on the exhale, we'll push it up. So just follow what I'm doing. Breathe in. Hold that energy in your solar plexus chakra, and then breathe out and imagine pushing that energy out. Now it's going to go past your soul star chakra, light that up, and it's going to go far beyond it. So imagine that energy again, like going way out into the cosmos, as far as you can visualize that energy going out. And then we're going to inhale and pull the energy back down into the belly again, and then exhale and push it down into Mother Earth. All right, so we're just going to repeat that for a while. Just imagine that energy going way out into the cosmos. Back into your belly. Back to Mother Earth. Pull energy from Mother Earth back into your belly. And out into the cosmos. All right, now you could stay here and you could do that for as long as you like. I'm looking at my eyes after this and I look like I feel drunk or something. Or I look like I'm drunk. I don't know, but I'm filled with energy. This is good. It's good. I feel calm. All right. We want to express our gratitude for this moment of stillness and connection. Thank you, Mother Earth. Thank you, Father Sky, Mother, Father God. Thank you for this blessed moment of connection, for grounding us, for connecting us into the higher wisdom, into our spiritual abilities, helping us to actualize ourselves into our fullest potential. We are so blessed with your presence. We are so blessed always. Amen. Thank you. Okay, I have lots of comments, guys, and I obviously had my eyes closed, so I'll have to go back and see those. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing that in, I don't know, around 2010, I was involved with like a group of metaphysical people, and I had this mentor that I took Reiki classes from, and she would do channelings and stuff, and she's just a very wise person. And she knew a lot about all of this stuff. And I started doing these, every time this group of people would get together, we would start out with a chakra cleansing meditation. And then I started always doing that thing where I would send the energy out into the cosmos. And I feel that when I did that, it was priming my soul star chakra and opening it. It was somewhat open back then because I was able to have moments even then of connecting to, I didn't connect to any of my past lives, but I had, for example, a woman come to me for a tarot reading back then, and she wanted to know what her past lifetimes were with a particular love interest of hers. And I went into meditation and I was able to see them. I also had I was going to an intuition development class, and I was able to see someone's spirit guides and get some confirmation about both of those. So that was, I think it was open back then, but it has opened more fully in 2018 when I had my spiritual psychic awakening, which I've talked about a lot of times. And now I can connect to those insights more than I even did, but but I don't know if I would have been prepared for that spiritual awakening if I hadn't done all of that back then to kind of prime and prepare those chakras. And I'll get to your all's comments in the live chat here in a moment. But yeah, I'll just tell you these examples because they're interesting examples of being able to see past lifetimes and things, and the way that I was able to get a sort of confirmation. So this woman had, I don't remember if it was a boyfriend or just a friend that she had a crush on, but she wanted to know what their past lives together had been. So I went into the meditation. The first past lifetime, they were both knights, and it seemed like KNIGHTS, like knights riding on horses in armor, My accent sometimes is hard to understand. I understand this. I get this intuition sometimes that people have to put me on closed captioning to understand what I'm saying. It's cool. It's whatever. But anyways, so they were both male, and I couldn't get a good feeling of, it seemed like it was in Italy for some reason. That was just the intuition that I got. But I wasn't sure if they were specifically romantically involved, but there were romantic feelings. I don't know if they acted on them or not. But that was one lifetime. But the other lifetime that I actually was able to get a sort of a confirmation on, I saw them as frogs. It's like I started out the vision, I was like on their level, like down on these lily pads, and there was just grass or reeds around. And then all of a sudden I saw these two frogs on a lily pad. There was a smaller frog and a larger frog, and all of a sudden, so she was the smaller frog. He was the larger frog in that lifetime. And all of a sudden, I saw the larger frog eat the smaller frog. And I was like, whoa, that's some interesting karma. Once a person actually physically consumed the other person. And I was like, okay, that's weird. But I Googled it. I'm like, does that even happen? Like, do frogs eat each other? Because, like, there's some, like, mice and things like that. Sometimes they'll eat their babies. And I don't know if it was the frog's baby or not. It didn't feel like that. It just felt like there were two frogs. One of them happened to be larger than the other. But I Googled it, and yes, frogs will sometimes eat other frogs. especially if it's a smaller frog. I mean, it would be a little bit difficult to eat a frog that's bigger than you. I mean, snakes can do that kind of thing, some snakes. But anyway, that was a strange confirmation. And the other spirit guide that I saw that I got our confirmation from, this was interesting too. And I always, when I go into past lives and things like that, I try to research what I'm seeing and try to figure out if it makes sense or connects. But in this one, I I saw this woman, and she was in this kind of craggy area next to an ocean. Like there was grass and stuff, but it was, I don't know what word to use other than kind of craggy. And she was standing there and she was playing a dulcimer. Now, I don't know if you know what a dulcimer instrument is. I grew up in Eastern Kentucky and Appalachia. Dulcimers are not uncommon here. They're not like super, super common, but I knew what a dulcimer was. When I was in elementary school, we had this really cool music teacher. He would go around to the different elementary schools, and he made child-sized guitars and dulcimers. Now, a dulcimer is a string instrument, and generally you play it, you can play it with your thumb or with a pick, like a guitar pick. But it usually you lay it flat on a table, or you could lay it flat on your lap and you strum it, and that's how you play it. But in this image that I saw of this woman, she was holding it on her shoulder and playing it with a bow, the way that you play a violin. So I was very confused because like it definitely was a dulcimer, but I have never known a dulcimer to be played like that. So this was a group class thing. It was an intuition development class. So the goal of this, the guy leading it, he said, when we came out, he said, okay, now whoever spirit guide you saw, use your intuition now to see who this is meant for. So I felt like it was for this particular guy in the group, and I explained to him what I saw. The first confirmation was, he said, well, the landscape that you're describing kind of sounds like Scotland. This craggy kind of bluffs next to an ocean, which hadn't occurred to me, but I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, Scotland. And he's like, I do have ancestors from Scotland, so that makes sense. So I was like, okay, but that's not much of a confirmation. But then I went home and researched about the dulcimer. First of all, to see like, would dulcimers be present in Scotland? Yes. So there is a history of dulcimers being used in Scotland. And in particular, can dulcimers be played with a bow? Yes, there are certain types of dulcimers that are played like that, which I absolutely did not know. But I was able to see this guy's spirit guide, which most likely was an ancestor of his, right? Because he said he had ancestors from Scotland and it looked like Scotland. But in any case, it was interesting that I was able to get that confirmation. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that if you're interested in being able to be connected to these types of psychic abilities, focusing on the soul star chakra is helpful. Now, some of you were not here at the beginning and you came in watching me do this wacky thing. I was doing a guided visualization. So once this video is posted, if you want to watch it back and go through that guided meditation with me, once you've learned how to do it, you can just do it on your own whenever you want. And it will serve the purpose of cleansing and purifying all of your 7 primary chakras, the root chakra through the crown chakra. But it will also help you ground through the earth star chakra, which is beneath the soles of your feet, that helps to ground you to Mother Earth. And it will help to open and activate and keep clear the soul star chakra, which is the one that connects us to those higher levels psychic abilities. All right, so these are the 7 primary chakras. I don't know why they got the color switched around here on this, but the earth star chakra is beneath our feet, beneath the ground here. She's sitting, so but anyway, it's underneath the ground. And then the soul star chakra is up here. And a lot of people believe we have a continuing series of chakras above even the soul star chakra. I don't hear people talking about this too much, but I would assume that there are also a series of chakras that extend beneath the earth star chakra that help us to, again, to like, ground more fully down into the heart of Mother Earth. But there you go. Now I'm going to go through and see what people are saying. We're half an hour in. I didn't realize that we'd been here so long. HH is saying hello. Soft rain there. It's a little bit, it's not raining here, but yeah, it was like not a super sunny day today. A couple of days ago, it was actually pretty hot for November. It was like 76 or 78 degrees or something Fahrenheit. I don't know what that translates to in Celsius. Sorry. Hi, Julie. Hi, Milana. Hi, everybody. Mabole. That's a pretty name. Just in case anyone is interested, if you have studied Kabbalah, I'm going to reveal one of the biggest repressed secrets. Okay, so check out. Okay, it is concealed in Genesis 9:3. Noah is shown the rainbow as a symbol of the promise that the earth would never be flooded again. The rainbow is the tree of life, each color a sephiroth. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm interested in knowing more about that. There are lots of connections, of course, between Kabbalah and tarot. And I put moisturizer on my face before I started, so I look like a greased pig. But anyway, I woke up feeling dehydrated and dried out. Now I'm drinking coffee, which is not helping. But it's waking me up, so that works. I've got water too. Yeah, I would love to. Put in the comments below, Mabole, put a comment down there, maybe a link to your channel, because sometimes it can be for some reason, like if I try to click on someone's name and go to their channel from the live chat, it won't do it. But if you want to put a comment beneath, and I don't know if it lets you comment now or if it only lets you comment once the video is posted and done streaming. But anyway, yeah, I would be interested in learning more about that. Cup of tea. Okay, let's breathe. Yep. So you came in watching me breathe. Cup of tea with $3 worth of sugar with cookies. That is a silly name. All right. Okay, so you all are just having your own conversation about the Kabbalah over here. The rainbow is also what magicians know as the ceremonial circle of evocation. Wow, that's interesting. Something that I read, I don't know where I encountered this, but you know how sometimes we imagine like clear white light, using clear white light to kind of purify our systems. I did read somewhere recently that you can just use rainbow light energy too, which makes sense. Knew this already, but happy you're relating it. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So you all are just talking about the Kabbalah. Yeah. So as anyone, we've got 15 people here. I am open for personal reading. I'm feeling that today. It is totally okay. I do also have these chakra cards. For those of you who are in the US, and I don't know if they ship to other countries or not, but there's a store called Five Below. They have actual physical stores that you can walk in, but they also have a website. So pretty much anything you can buy in the store, you can buy online. And for $5, I got this chakra set. It came with these chakra cards, and they have really wonderful messages on them. And it came with this poster, and it came with a book about the chakras. So I thought for $5, that's amazing. I really wanted the cards, but the other stuff is good too. It doesn't talk about the transpersonal chakras, but has lots of great information on the, hi, Julie. Oh, go ahead, go for it. Yeah. So I want to do, if anyone here wants a free pull from this chakra deck, it will just be me pulling the card and just reading from it. That's all it is going to be. So it's not like some elaborate reading, but those I'll be willing to do for free. So if anyone wants me to pull a free chakra card, like I said, if you want this deck for yourself, $5 plus you get the chakra book and the poster at fivebelow.com, or that you can go in the physical store if you have one where you live. Just thought I would share that. I'm not getting paid to do it. I just thought it's a really excellent deal. Yeah, we haven't even seen me use this deck yet, Gabriella. Hello, Mizuki. But yes, it is very nice. I mean, when I start reading the messages from it, oh, okay, you're saying you would love one. Okay, so for Gabriella, what is the chakra card that she needs? We're getting the heart chakra. Now there are different multiple cards for each chakra. And and each one will have it starts out with a key phrase and then it has a message, and they're just so well written. So what does Gabriella need to know? Yours is the heart chakra, and it says acceptance of self. Interesting. I was just thinking a lot yesterday about self-acceptance. I think I'm going to do a live stream about that coming up pretty soon. All right, Gabriella, it says, it's time to rejuvenate myself by giving myself love. I accept myself the way I am, and I remind myself that I cannot feel any better about life than how I feel about myself. I will not wait a moment longer to accept myself. I honor what my body is asking for, and if I am unsure, I will ask myself, what can I do to be healthier and more balanced than I am now? I dwell upon all that is right in my life, not what is wrong, and I have gratitude. I accept my life as it is now, and I move forwards from here. Yes. Yeah, and the thing is, sometimes we can be critical and we want to evolve and we want to grow, which is a good thing to want to do, but sometimes we focus on that by focusing on what we don't like. I want to grow beyond this thing that I don't like, about myself. And can motivate us to change, but it also feeds this negativity into ourselves. Now, imagine, for example, you have a house plant and it has a few brown leaves and it hasn't grown as big as what you think it should. And every time you look at that plant, you're frustrated and you're like, that plant is just not growing how it should. And look at those pale leaves. Oh, that's ugly. Now, if that's the mentality you have, focusing on with a critical eye every time you see that house plant, are you likely to be really giving that plant what it needs to flourish and to heal itself? Probably not. You might be doing things because you want the plant to be different from what it is. You're not satisfied, right? But you're not doing it with love. Now let's imagine the same house plant, but every time you look at it, you say, oh, I love this house plant. Oh, this precious house plant. It has these brown leaves and it deserves so much better than that. It deserves to really reach its full potential. Now, if that's the way that you're looking at that plant, you're also acknowledging that the plant could be healthier. It could be more vibrant, but you're looking at it instead of frustration and criticism and negativity, like in the first example, you're looking at it in love. Now, which approach do you think is going to be more likely to really help that plant? Obviously, the more loving approach. So that's why self-acceptance is so important if we want to grow and evolve. Yes, we can push ourselves to achievements. If I'm feeling very negative about carrying extra weight, I can use that negativity to motivate myself to lose weight, right? I could do that. But over the long haul, it's really not going to help, because what if I've reached that goal? I'm still not going to be feeling very satisfied with myself, right? Because I've been engaging in this criticism. There's always going to be something to criticize. There's always going to be something that's not good enough, that makes me unworthy. But if I'm approaching it with love, I love myself. I accept myself in the size that I am, and because I love myself, I know that I deserve the best health possible. And weight and health are not exactly correlated, so I'm definitely not trying to promote that message. You can be carrying extra weight and still be healthy. You can be very thin and be unhealthy, or just normal thin and be unhealthy. But I'm just saying, if I'm like, well, I'm not, I accept where I am in life, but I also know that I have so much potential to reach greater success. When we approach ourselves with love, we're much more likely to have the kind of change that will really make us feel better, because we're already feeling good about who we are. We're already seeing ourselves as worthy. Hey, Sydney. Yes, it's about growing, not beating it with negativity. It's not easy to do, no. I just got this self-esteem book in the mail that it's like a 10-week, you do journaling. They have journal prompts every day. And I think that's going to be helpful to me. My self-esteem is better than it has been in the past already. But, I think it's a very important thing to work on. Also, I've been journaling lately, not every day, but I have noticed that even just the journaling that I've been doing has been making me feel so much better. I sit and I quietly think and contemplate things a lot, but there's something about putting it on paper that really just shifts things in a bigger way. Julie says, exactly. If you keep looking at what's not good, there's so many things that can go wrong, and then you get into this rabbit hole. Not worth the energy. Thank you, Amber. Yeah. Actually, in the self-esteem book, there was an example of, I think it was a race car driver they were talking about, that he used to motivate himself with this negativity. And he thought that it was helping, but it's not sustainable, right? It's like putting bad fuel into your car. Maybe it will work in the beginning, but at some point it's going to cause this wear and tear. And like I said, even if that negativity does motivate you to reach a particular goal, then when you reach that goal, you're still going to be in that negativity of like, well, I'm still not good enough. I'm still not worthy. You'll never be worthy if you can't find that feeling of worthiness. You have to find the worthiness outside of, these external factors, right? You can't say, I'll only be worthy if this, right? We need to start understanding that we are truly worthy of all good now already, as it is. Wherever you are in life, you may feel like you're just so far off from having the life that you think that you should have, right? But if you can't love and accept yourself now, then any of those things that you think that you need to accomplish in your life, they're not going to really mean that much to you, because you won't be loving yourself even if you had those things. Sydney organizes. Oh, journaling helped me too. Saved me in the quarantine. Yeah, I'm really liking this journaling. Sydney says, organizes all the thoughts, and then I'm like, I should have journaled days ago. What I'm going through, nurturing my inner child plays a huge factor in finding self-love and worth. The fact that we are still alive on earth, that means God thinks we are worthy. Yes. Yeah, we're here. We're all God's children. We're worthy of being here, right? So, but yeah, we can get that messaging from beginning in our childhood, right? A lot of us start getting that messaging from outside sources that we're not good enough, or through media, or just comparing ourselves with other people. Social media, of course, really reinforces this idea, because as I'm sure I'm not saying anything new here, but on social media, people tend to project the best image of themselves possible. You're coming across seeing someone else's best projection of themselves and comparing your real self to that best projection of the life that they're living. And it can really make us feel, like we're not good enough. Okay, Charlotte is saying she would like a poll. Now, Julie, did you purchase a reading? You said you were going to. I don't know if you did it in PayPal or not. Okay, yes, I see one from Julie. I'm going to do Julie's paid reading. This is you, right? Okay. Let me do Julie's paid reading, and then I'll continue pulling one free chakra card for everyone who's here. And for some reason, I'm just getting a feeling like I'm not going to get a lot of paid readings today. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't want that. No, I'm open to it. But also, like, I do feel much better now, though, than when I first started, because I just felt in such a slump. I think that meditation really helped me a lot. Opinions and competition are just a social construct, but it's so hard to get over that hump. Yes, it is. Yes, you can get a chakra card too, but what is your question for the actual reading? But yes, I'll do both. I'll add it in. Okay, Mike and I haven't talked for 3 to 4 days. Should I reach out today or keep waiting? All right. Let's see. Use the Animal Totem Tarot. I'm going to pull one card for each option and maybe clarify from there. So with Mike and Julie, should she, what would be the outcome if she reached out today? From her perspective, what would be the outcome? And from Spirit's perspective, what would be the outcome? If she reached out, her perspective is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Spirit's perspective is the Hermit, okay. And if she waited, her perspective is the World reversed. Spirit's perspective is the Chariot. Well, these are all major arcana cards. So if you reached out today, I kind of feel like it will be fine either way. But if you reached out today, we have from your perspective, it would be the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So maybe the outcome wouldn't be as amazing as what you would want, but it would still be positive. I don't think that you would necessarily view it as negative, but it's not, things are not going the way that you want if you reach out today. And then from Spirit's perspective, we have the Hermit. So that could indicate maybe he still doesn't respond as quickly as you want or something. And you might be feeling like, well, that's not fortunate because that makes me feel lonely. Spirit is saying, but if that's the case, then you have this moment of being able to commune with yourself and really getting in touch with the truth of you and your own light, So it's not negative. If you reach out today, it's not negative. It may not have exactly the outcome that you want, but I don't think you're going to be feeling horrible about it. And in fact, Spirit says that there would be a beneficial outcome for you in terms of like maybe greater self-awareness or just being able to utilize this time separate from Mike in a way that actually does support yourself in a positive way. Now, if you wait, from your perspective, we have the World reversed. So I think that if you wait, it'll be a better outcome from your perspective. Because the World, even in reversed, is like just extremely positive. So I think waiting is actually the better result. Again, it's reversed. So it's like there might be something that's not, it's like, maybe it's like 98% the outcome that you would want if you wait for him to reach out. So this seems like it's more positive. And from Spirit's perspective, we have the Chariot card. So from Spirit's perspective, it's the two of you are more in alignment and kind of like moving at the same pace and moving in the same direction if you do wait on him. And I'm seeing 22 people in the room. So 22 is a really great number. 22 and 11, thumbs up. 2211, look up that angel number, Julie, 2211. Yes, I think that waiting is probably the better option, but neither option is going to like ruin this for you guys. Well, 22 was the number of people in the room. That's why I said 22. And then there were 11 likes. It just shows me this in the top of my screen, how many people are currently in the room and how many likes there are in the video. Those numbers are side by side. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I think 25, for a moment I had 25 people in the room. That's kind of like the upper level of what I've normally had. So that's what I'm getting. I think that the waiting will be a better option, but neither option is bad. It's not like you're going to ruin the connection by reaching out now or anything like that. It's not going to end in disaster. Yes, I think that either way, the connection is fine. The connection is not broken. All right. So let me pull one chakra card for you as well, Julie. And then we had someone else had said they wanted a free chakra card, and so I'll go back to that. And I see a couple of other comments. I'll read those in a moment. So don't think that I'm forgetting about you. So Julie's chakra card. Oh, we had two. I think it's this one, though. Okay, second chakra, sacral chakra. Interesting message. So this is the orange chakra. It's one of my favorites. It's like the seat of emotions and creativity. I am a mentor, not a rescuer. I avoid continually sacrificing my own happiness for others by rescuing and enabling them, as doing this may hinder personal growth for both of us. I choose not to be a martyr. I am a mentor, not a rescuer. I do not assume that everyone wants my opinions and solutions to their life challenges, and if I am in doubt, I will ask them. I take responsibility for my own happiness. I feel like this really actually relates to your question, because it's about saying it's not your job to kind of rescue him or rescue this connection. You can't be always a martyr to this connection or sacrificing your own happiness. Yeah, it makes total sense. Like, you have to allow him to kind of step into this role and really embody that king energy. Isn't that what we want? If we're attracted to men, we want them to like grow up and be fully in their divine masculine energy, right? Embodying that in the best possible way. So I kind of feel like that's really makes sense for your reading. So I kind of feel like it's like Spirit would say waiting. Wait for him to embody this. Now, someone up here wanted, okay, Charlotte. It was Charlotte. You still here, Charlotte? Let me pull your free chakra card. You here, Charlotte? I'm going to pull a chakra card for Charlotte. I've got it out here. I'm going to read it once you let me know that you're still here. Okay, yay! All right, Charlotte, your free chakra card is third chakra, the solar plexus, which is a very important chakra. It's the seat of our will. It's like our energy source. It's, it's connected to the sun's energy. And what does the sun provide us with? Energy, light. It's a very important chakra. All right, and it says personal power is the key phrase. I choose to be myself and to express my truth. I have a positive influence on the people and the situations around me. I allow my integrity and confidence to shine, which instills more confidence and belief in myself, and then encourages others to have natural confidence in me. I do not allow my personal power to become egotistical, manipulative, or exploitive. So that is a beautiful, beautiful message. So just being in your personal power. 27 people in the room. Hi, everybody. I am pulling one free chakra card for anyone who wants one. Let me scroll up and see what Shane is saying. I didn't choose to be here. What's my mission to complete? You know it. I don't know what you're talking about, Shane. What do you mean, what's my mission to complete? You know it. Well, I don't understand that last part there. But if you're wanting to answer that, if you want me to do tarot to answer that, then you can pay for that. I'm doing paid questions. But if you just want a chakra pull, I'm going to pull one for Shane. Are you still here, Shane? If you're still here, I'll card, and maybe the chakra card will answer for you. Oh, hey, Mizuki. Message from the dragons. Okay. All right, let me read this one card for Shane. It's the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. So perhaps your mission in life has to do with communicating in some way, using your powers of communicating to spread an important message in the world. But it says willpower and determination. I set clear boundaries for my own behavior, and I cultivate a strong will by being true to myself. I use my willpower to accomplish my daily tasks and spiritual goals and to encourage uplifting thoughts and behaviors in myself. Doing this will assist me on the next stage of my physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual growth. I stay in touch with my positive thoughts and truth by avoiding substance abuse. My will is strong and my mind is clear. So there you go. I hope that helps, Shane. All right, so Mizuki. Now I'm going to focus on the paid readings first, and between those, I'll try to pull free chakra cards. I may not be able to do one for everyone because we have a lot more people in the room today than normal, but I'll try. Thank you, Miss Sam. That is very helpful. She's going to help me keep track. All right, Mizuki wants a message from the dragons. What do the dragons want to say to Mizuki? What do dragons want to say to her? Okay, we have the Empress reversed. So I feel that, first of all, they're feeling that you are not maybe acknowledging your divine essence. You're not acknowledging your true value. You're not valuing yourself highly enough. We have the Two of Cups. So, there's something maybe going on in your love life, or just it could be in general, you maybe are better at showing love to other people than you are at showing love to yourself. And this is kind of blocking you from receiving. We have the Nine of Wands reversed. I think that your dragon guides are saying that you're at a point when maybe you can make progress and sort of shift this and get out of this pattern of putting other people first. And you are evolving out of this place of blocking your receptivity, blocking good things to come from you. Blocking love in particular is coming out. I feel that you are blocking love from other people because you are focusing too much on loving and seeing other people's goodness and worth, and not really putting that recognition towards yourself. We get Three of Swords reversed. Yeah, Three of Swords reversed with the Nine of Wands. I do feel that you're actually ready to move to the next stage of your growth when it comes to interpersonal relationships and how you value yourselves versus how you value other people. And we have Five of Wands reversed. It's not going to be a struggle to go through this transition. I feel like this is happening very smoothly where this is happening. And then we have the Emperor upright. So we started out with the Empress reverse and we have the Emperor upright. I feel like they're kind of saying like this transition will be made easier if you actually try to pull in more of your divine masculine energy, or maybe just focus on balancing the divine feminine receptive energy and the divine masculine active energy. Yeah, to clarify the Empress reversed, we have the High Priestess. Wow, to clarify the Emperor, we have the Tower reversed. Yes, they're with your divine feminine energy, you're using that in a way that makes you very psychic. You're very intuitively connected. And so this is how your divine feminine energy right now is really most strongly expressing itself, is through this strong intuition. You're very connected to your intuition, your empathy. You have a lot of empathy for other people. With your divine masculine energy, we have the Tower reversed. Now, this is interesting because this is divine masculine, and the Tower, of course, is a very phallic imagery, and it's reversed. So there is, I think that there's like a burst of energy. This divine masculine energy really wants to be more strong within you, and this is going to help both, the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies to balance out, is by kind of allowing this kind of strong surge of masculine energy that wants to be expressed through you. Allowing that to come through will be very helpful. Okay, and then we have Seven Pentacles reversed, Four of Pentacles reversed, and the Six of Cups. One of the ways you can do this is just allow people to love you. Kind of like allow yourself to be a little bit on your throne more and allow people to kind of come to you and treat you nicely. Instead of feeling like you have to wait for that to happen, recognize that it is happening now. So receive it. So that's what I'm getting. I hope that that makes sense. Whoa. And I'm going to pull a chakra card for you as well. Do you work with dragons a lot, Mizuki? I'm interested to know. All right, let's pull one chakra card for you. We have the 6th chakra, the 3rd eye. I'm not surprised because that High Priestess card came up. Mindfulness. I am aware of my thoughts and I ask myself, are they uplifting and are they true? I do this because I know that my thoughts significantly affect my mental, emotional, and physical health, and because I know that my body believes everything that I believe. I am not in control of all situations that come my way, nor am I in control of what others do and say. However, I do have free will as to how I respond, even with your thoughts. I choose to respond to all situations from an enlightened position rather than just reacting. And I think it's talking about reacting with your thoughts. Be mindful of what reaction there are in your thoughts to how other people are behaving. Because, like I said, it's your thoughts may be causing you to see things that, see that you're not being loved or people aren't appreciating you. But actually they are. Oh, okay. So we have Miss M was keeping track for me. Cloud Kitty and the person with a name I can't pronounce. Cloud Kitty, who was the person with a name you can't pronounce? Was it HH? So it looks like HH is asking for one, and then Cloud Kitty, and then I saw someone else. All right, HH, here's your card. I can't be waiting around for everybody, but I assume HH is still here. Okay, 3rd chakra, solar plexus. So this is for HH. Self-worth and self-esteem. I honor myself by doing things that please me, not only those that please others. I am empowered as I release the need to live up to other people's unrealistic expectations of me. When I respect and approve of myself, others will naturally do the same. I teach others how to treat and respect me by how I treat and respect myself. I know I am worthy of love and respect. The boundaries I create with others acknowledge my self-worth. So yeah, there you go. That's a beautiful message for all of us. And I guess that's something to point out here too, is that we're all going to benefit from having these cards pulled because they're just such wonderful messages. All right, so Cloud Kitty. Cloud Kitty says, I've been having issues with my sacral chakra for a long time, and I've been grounding and doing my best for healing, and I'm not sure what to do to move forward. With your sacral chakra, well, what have you, tell me more about what the issues are, I guess, and what have you been doing? I mean, I would say, with the sacral chakra, anything that is about self-expression, like creative self-expression will help, especially about your emotions, because that's what that chakra is all about. It's connected to our reproductive organs. So it literally is about physical reproduction, but it's also about creative, we create in lots of ways. So if your sacral chakra is wanting to create, allow it to create, sit down. If you don't have an idea, just make yourself paint or make yourself write a poem or something, doodle, anything to kind of get it out. But the card that I'm pulling for you, Cloud Kitty, and I assume you're still here. I don't know. So Cloud Kitty, it says 6th chakra, 3rd eye chakra, wisdom and discernment. I am open to understanding the spiritual truths behind the situations occurring in my life right now. I offer my wisdom to assist others along their path. I trust in a higher source to guide me and to help others who ask for guidance. I practice discernment and listen deeply within for the truth. I choose to respond rather than just reacting to situations, acting with clarity, courage, and conviction. So I think that, some of the questions that you're asking, Cloud Kitty, kind of, go to prayer, go into meditation, ask to receive those insights, and be open to how that wisdom and discernment comes to you. And have faith that that you will understand. You will be led to understand what to do about your sacral chakra or anything else. Okay, so Israela, Amber, Israela. Are you here, Israela? That's a really beautiful name. What is it, a good strange energy or a bad strange energy? My energy feels great. It feels much better than it did when I started this, because I did the meditation. It really helped. I'm feeling very vibrant. I'm feeling good. I hope that energy is good for people. Okay, so you are Israela. All right, so for Israela, your card is the base chakra or root chakra, and it says self-sufficiency. By finding material security without being materialistic, I will gain satisfaction, stability, and inner strength. I am resourceful. I put in the effort to be responsible for supplying fundamental needs in my life, such as shelter, food, water, and clothing. I take responsibility for where I now find myself in life as I move forwards. I get in touch with and trust my innate wisdom, which tells me that I will be provided with all that I need. So yes, trusting. Got a spike of anxiety too? I didn't feel that. I wonder what that is. I'm sorry, guys. I hope it's not coming from me. My energy feels really good, so I don't think it is coming from me. I'm sorry that people are feeling that. Ooh, so I pulled another card for you, Israela, and it's the World card, just to kind of clarify that base chakra. Yeah. You kind of need to maybe trust more that Mother Earth is truly providing for all of your needs in such a beautiful way. So maybe you're feeling this, maybe you were feeling this energy of lack or something. But just knowing that you are provided for in all ways and then doing your part, right? All right, so we've got a paid reading here from the Guava Sweets. What a cool name. So guys, if you want to ask a specific question, I'm doing paid readings for $14.44 each. And then between that, I'll be doing just some free chakra pulls. That's weird. Everyone was feeling anxious. I was immune to it somehow. I don't know. What's going on? I'm just going to ask before I get to your reading the Guava Sweets. What's going on? What's this energy that's happening here? We have the Star card reversed. I feel like it's not a negative thing. And the Emperor. Okay. Maybe it's when we were talking about the divine masculine energy with that tower reversed. Could be something about the surge of masculine energy was causing people to feel uncomfortable. Something about masculine energy, maybe masculine energy not being understood. So someone was feeling under attack. There was sort of a surge of masculine energy that was coming through in a way that didn't feel comfortable. What do we have to say to the group about this? We have the Eight of Cups reversed. Nine of Swords and reversed, and the King of Swords. So I feel like the message is, it was important for those of you who were feeling that anxiety a moment ago. It's important to acknowledge it, but it isn't really necessary to be so worried about it. I think Spirit is congratulating you all from being willing to acknowledge it and not just being super logical, but being open to your intuition and what your intuition was telling you. Yeah, there was, I guess, some sort of surge of energy in the room that was a bit combative. I didn't pick up on it, but maybe it's because my energy is so good and protected from the meditation that I did earlier. But yeah, so Spirit is saying there was that energy in the room, but I think that it's good to acknowledge that, but I think everyone is okay. You know, we're all okay, but it was a positive for everyone in the essence that people were very intuitively connected and trusting their intuition that something just didn't feel right somehow. So anyway, all right, so the guava sweets, just feeling uneasy. Okay. How does the Virgo male feel about guava? Do my guides have any guidance? All right, so how does Virgo feel about guava? How does Virgo feel about guava? Okay, we have the Hermit card and the Ace of Wands, Hanged Man reversed, Page of Cups reversed. There is an attraction. Virgo does feel attracted to you, but I feel like this is someone who is a little bit shy or hesitant. I feel like maybe he doesn't have a lot of experience maybe with love, or he's just maybe, like I said, just sort of shy in general when it comes to these things. So it's a bit difficult for him to kind of like openly express. He may have made some attempts to kind of let you know how he feels, but it's just not something that comes very easily to him. We get the Tower card reversed again. I mean, I think that he has a very strong attraction to you, but I feel like he is just sort of, he hasn't really matured yet in terms of knowing how to approach attractions. He thinks that you're very beautiful, and he sees you as the Nine of Pentacles. He knows that you are someone he can trust. He feels that he can trust you. But he also just doesn't feel kind of like, you know, comparing himself maybe to other guys, he doesn't really feel in charge of his life, or he doesn't feel maybe accomplished compared to other people. He kind of feels like he's more on the beginning of his journey in life. So yeah, he just feels like maybe he doesn't have enough life experience. There is a strong attraction to you though. So what is the guidance? Do Guava's guides have any advice? What should she do about this connection? We have the King of Swords reversed and the Eight of Pentacles. You know, this is someone who is, over time, he's going to develop into quite the man. But right now, he is more of a boy. You know, even if he is literal, you know, in literal terms, maybe he's a man, but he's still kind of a boy on the inside. And he has a long road to climb to get there. And I'm actually kind of feeling like, because we have a lot of the same cards coming up that we got when I was asking about why everyone felt this anxiety in the room. I feel like it was maybe his energy. For some reason, his energy was showing up in the room, and it's because he has not really learned how to really control his own masculine energy. So I think we were all kind of picking up his energy there. And he is kind of nervous perhaps or anxious because he's not, he's still in this growth process of becoming a man, basically is what it is. He's going to get there. There's a sun card on the bottom of the deck. He really will, but he's just not a man yet. And so your guides seem to want you to be more aware of like where he really is in life. Two of Wands reversed. He is attracted to you and you're attracted to him. It's mutual. But I think because of his lack of maturity right now, and then we have the Fool card coming up again for him, like he's like beginning his journey in life. He's like, it's like a little bird that's leaving the nest. So he's just got a lot more experience that he needs to gain in life. And so that I think they just want you to be aware of that. Is there potential here between the two of them? There is potential here. You're showing up as the Empress. And what they're also saying is that, kind of like he is attracted to you, right? There is good potential here, but you're going to have to kind of wait for him to grow up or something. But also, like, the Empress is always going to have all of what she needs. So even if this guy doesn't really fully come towards you, you're going to be okay regardless. Your life is going to be full and abundant regardless, but also, he needs to kind of like catch up and grow up. Okay. All right. So Mizuki wants a message from the fairy or the fae. I actually have a fairy deck. It's in the other room, but oh no, it's not. It's here. Oh, Spirit is so kind to us. Oh, I really need to organize. If you could actually see what is around me right now. Well, you see the disorganization on the futon back there, but it's like on my table and in the floor. I have a shelf that someone got me from my Amazon wish list. I still need to put it together and actually put it on the wall. It'll be really nice when I do, because I can put it on this wall that you all can't see in front of me. And I can just look up. I'll be able to look up and just see my decks, the ones that I use the most often. I'm excited about that, and yet I still haven't gotten around to, you know how it is. All right, so I'm going to pull a fairy card for you, Mizuki. Let's see what the fairies have to say. Get a beautiful fairy message for her. Moon Dragon. I don't know. I don't even have to shuffle anymore. That card just really stood out to me. We'll pull another one randomly, not by looking. But. So we have Moon Dragon and Too Many Dragons. This is interesting because it's a fairy deck, and you were asking about dragons earlier, and we got two cards that mention dragons. So that is so cool. All right. So let's read the Moon Dragon message first. I asked you earlier, do you work with dragons? You definitely have dragon energy around you. And I feel like it's the dragon energy that wants to communicate with you most. Of course, they are a type of fae energy because they're in they're in that dimension. Okay. Keyword emotions. So this is the card. Moon Dragon. My camera is more clear today than normal. Spirit is really helping us out today. Thank you. Mistress Moon can make the tides rise and fall, and with them your emotions. Sometimes emotions can be lambs, and sometimes they can be dragons. When the Moon Dragon comes to visit, simply invite her in and sit with her a while. Share a cup of fairy tea with her. Dwell in her space for a bit and feel her feelings. These feelings are neither bad nor good. They just are. Allow the dragon her voice, and she will be appeased. It may help to write in a journal at such time. Expressing all that is within releases the pressure of the moon tide. Much can be accomplished through simply sitting with the dragon and listening to what she has to say. Try it next time the moon has a hold over you. See how quickly you tame the dragon. Then all that energy can be put to a useful purpose for your highest good. We are humans with feelings, hormones, emotions, likes and dislikes. We all have different things that appeal to us and different ways of looking at things. This really is a good thing. However, when emotions become riled, it's best to sit with them and sort them out. Emotions are trying to tell you something. Look at these emotions with honesty and explore what they are about. Get to the real source of your feelings. Keep asking why and saying, "Tell me more," until you have the full story. Take a deep breath and let the body relax and breathe easily. Ask Spirit for another way to look at the situation. Ask for balance in body, mind, and spirit. Breathe and be at peace. Ask for perfect solutions and be willing to let them come to you. Listen. And then there's a little chant at the end. Mistress Moon, help me to ebb and flow gently with your tide. Allow the dragon within me to subside. Bring me peace and harmony just as you can calm the sea. Release my emotions to infinity so I may live in my divinity. So be it. These fairies are just liking to rhyme over here. And then the Too Many Dragons card, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but it's about, the keyword is schedules, and it's kind of just about having too much to do, like too many responsibilities, too many demands upon your time. So it could be that there's so much going on and you have maybe too many demands upon you or something, and it's causing you to have these mood swings or just strong moods. It could be making you angry or just bringing out emotions that you don't like. And I feel like the message is, don't judge your emotions, sit with your emotions, acknowledge them, just like you would with a friend who's feeling stressed out. You know, pay attention to your emotions, see what they really have to say with you instead of trying to push them away and say, this emotion is wrong. I shouldn't feel this way. Well, you do feel that way though, right? And so honor and respect that and try to figure out what that emotion is telling you. I think that's the message there. Okay. Okay, so yin, I don't know how to say this. Is it yin yin? YINXIN paid for a PayPal reading, then Amber and Sydney for chakra cards. Are you still here? And I'm sorry that I'm sure I'm not pronouncing your name right. So I got your payment here. Okay, I want to ask about the connection with the person. He's 3 to, I guess you're meaning 3 to 5 or 3.5 years younger than me. We are neighbors and he studies medicine. I don't know how to pronounce the X though. How do you pronounce the X? He's 3.5 years younger than me. We're neighbors and he studies medicine. Does the connection with this person mean anything in my life? Let me put my fairy deck away. I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce the X though. I have a wonderful client. Her name is spelled XIN, and she gets readings for me a lot. And I never know how to say her name either. And she's so wonderful. But I just, when I do my readings for her, I just don't even say her name because I'm like, I know I'm going to say it wrong. Yin Chen. Oh, okay, that's helpful. So the X is like a ch sound. Yin Chen. All right. Be patient with me. Okay, so she's wanting to know, or yin zen. Anyways, all right, so she's wanting to know what this connection means. All right. What does this connection mean? All right, what does this connection mean? We have the Chariot. Okay, I think that the two of you are meant to take a journey together. So you are meant to kind of be in each other's lives for sure. So it's not just momentary. This is something that will progress and move forward. We get the Queen of Cups reversed and the Ten of Swords. This is meant to teach you about your own emotions. And sometimes with Queen of Cups reversed and Ten of Swords, you get kind of emotionally overwhelmed or emotionally devastated. You might be someone who gets your heart broken easily. And I think that this is kind of meant to help you figure out how to acknowledge those feelings without getting overwhelmed. So how can I move forward and allow my feelings to continue to grow and evolve for someone without, toppling over my chariot? Your chariot wants to move ahead in a way that is stable, right? How does a chariot move forward? It's pulled by two horses, and those are different horses, right? But those horses, in order to move forward effectively, they have to be moving at the same speed and in the same direction. So likewise, it's, how to kind of like balance. The Chariot card is all about, staying balanced so that we can achieve forward movement in all things. So you are a very emotional person, an emotionally intense person, and it's difficult for you sometimes, I feel, your emotions. So this is teaching you how to get those emotions under control more, so that inner world of emotionality is more balanced with the outer world and the things that you need to accomplish. So maybe you're someone who gets so emotional sometimes that it's hard for you to focus on work or school or whatever your responsibilities are in your day-to-day life. And this is teaching you how to be more kind of serene while still allowing the beautiful emotions of caring for someone. We have the Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, I think that sometimes, your emotional life does impact your work life. And so this is just, it's the primary importance is you learning about your emotions and how to be more emotionally content and calm and okay with these emotions that you're sensitive to, and still kind of like get your everyday needs met. Make sure that you're doing self-care, you're going to work or going to school and like meeting your deadlines and stuff like that. So balancing the inner world of emotions with the outer world of your responsibilities and expectations. Anything else she needs to know about this connection, this situation? Man, this King of Swords is popping out all over the place. So yeah, this is a very intelligent person. This guy that you're asking about, he seems to be more in touch with his logic. So he's very much the opposite of you, where you're a very emotional person. He is not someone who's super in touch with his emotions, actually. He likes to approach the world in a more practical, kind of a logical way. And then the Strength card. And he's also extremely hardworking. So, he's able to accomplish a lot because he kind of pushes his emotions aside. So it's like both of you are learning the opposite thing from each other. You're looking at him and he's like a hard worker and he's getting lots of things accomplished. He's a doer, right? And that's probably part of how he avoids his emotions, is by keeping himself busy, being a very hard worker, maybe even a little bit of a workaholic. On your end, it's kind of the opposite. Like your emotions are so overwhelming that maybe you're not necessarily getting a lot of work done all of the time, or as much as what you would or could or would want to do otherwise. So you're both learning that from each other. He's looking at you and saying, okay, she's not afraid of being in touch with her emotions. They might overwhelm her sometimes, but she can be in touch with them. So he's learning that from you, and you're learning the other thing from him. Like, okay, he he's hardworking. Maybe his work overwhelms him sometimes, but he still seems to be able to keep pace with that. So you're very different people, and so you're balancing each other out is basically what it is. So that's what I'm getting for you. I really hope that it helps. All right. Everyone's into Virgos. You're an artist. He's in the medical field. Yeah. And those differences, that's part of it. That's, I'm not going to beat a dead horse here, but that's the answer. Your differences are meant to help balance each other out. But even though you're not in contact, you're still kind of noticing how the other person conducts their lives. And even on an energetic level, it really is just serving to kind of balance both of you out. Probably also just balancing the divine masculine and feminine energies here between the two of you. Yeah. All right. Okay, so what do we have? I think after that we had Amber. Was it Amber? Okay, Amber wanted a chakra card. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Okay, I found it. It was hiding under my phone. He's someone who's super organized to come into my life and balance out my disorganization, which could also be a Virgo. Anyway, I don't really want a Virgo. Virgos are my big heartbreakers. So I'm just like, if a Virgo comes into my life again, I'm going to be just automatically running and screaming the other way. It never works out for me with Virgos, but I tend to, when I develop for feelings for a Virgo, it tends to be like intense and it's just too much. It's not good for me. I mean, maybe it's good for me, the connection, we learn lessons from everything, but I'm just, no more Virgos. Thank you very much. All right. So for Amber, we have the second chakra, sacral chakra. So the beautiful orange chakra, one of my favorites. Okay. It says, reward myself. That sounds good. I know that I'm truly worthy and deserve to receive the good things in life, and I give myself permission to have them. It is time to enjoy the fruits of my labors. I aim to incorporate and embrace fun and joy in my life. I realize that all work and no play is a recipe for energy flow, disruption, and exhaustion. I allow myself to experience and receive more pleasure in my life, and I am flexible and open to change. I am receptive to embracing activities and events that come my way, even those I may have avoided in the past. So maybe you're a bit of a workaholic or someone who just, when opportunities for fun or for self-indulgence come around, you're like, oh, no, I can wait on that vacation. I don't have to take that vacation now, or, And so this card is saying, Amber, it's really important to do those fun things. And I know this has been a difficult year for all of us, to be able to enjoy fun activities, but it's really something that you need to, things that bring you joy and vitality, and just doing nice things for yourself. So that would be a really good focus. My guys a few weeks ago told me to take a vacation. So I'm trying to kind of prepare and plan to do a little mini vacation. So I'm going to take their word for it. So whatever it may be for you, I don't know, maybe you need a little day trip yourself or just anything fun. Just go do something fun, Amber. All right. And then, Sydney, are you still here, Sydney? We'll pull a chakra card for you. I actually really like Scorpios, but when I was first learning astrology, it was helping me to understand some of the difficult relationships I had in my life. And in particular, at the time, I had a Scorpio frenemy, but I also had a couple of Scorpio friends who were really good to me and good people. I'm not saying that this Scorpio frenemy is a bad person, but I think she has issues. Maybe, I mean, it's been many years, so maybe she's resolved them by now. I don't know, but she was very manipulative. So I kind of had a difficult time when I was first learning astrology in kind of like accepting Scorpio energy myself, because I saw her as an example of like a very difficult manipulative type of Scorpio energy. But in general, Scorpios, and they can be that, you know, and that they really, it's, you know, Scorpios like those extremes, right? So when they're bad, they're very, very bad. And when they're good, they're, I don't know, how does that go? I don't know. When they're good, they're angelic. They're flying high. They're like the eagle. They really, a Scorpio in their highest energy, this is one of the best people you can ever meet, because they really want to evolve and they want to help the world to evolve. So I actually really love Scorpio energy. I have Venus in Scorpio conjunct Uranus, which is that's something else. But that whole combination there. All right. Oh, Sydney is here. Okay, let me pull Sydney's chakra card, and then we'll put Barbara on the list for a chakra card, and then Mizuki has another question. Okay, so Sydney, your chakra card is, Sydney's chakra card is the 5th chakra, the throat chakra, and the keyword is communication. I communicate openly and honestly to express my thoughts and feelings clearly. I share my inner knowledge freely with integrity and without fear. My aim is to be fully understood by others. I am open to giving and receiving praise, and I will be careful not to talk excessively and make it all about me. I create space in my conversations for others to communicate with me. I inquire about others' thoughts and feelings, as listening to their truth can be uplifting. So a lot about kind of having clear communication could benefit you right now, and then focusing on being maybe an active, present listener, as well as being able to find the right words to fully make yourself understood. I feel like there's more than one for you, Sydney. I don't know which one it is. Okay, so we have another 5th chakra one coming out for you, Sydney, and it says connect with spirit. I develop a quiet mind that allows me to tune in and get in touch with my higher self or my spirit. I listen for the guidance that is there waiting for me to hear. I am open to the truth, and I welcome spiritual inspiration from others. I will benefit greatly by practicing meditation and stillness. I ask for inner guidance to assist me in getting more in touch with my spirit. I know that if I ask for guidance, it will be given. Kind of the message that I'm getting is that in order to practice hearing from spirit, like really hearing and understanding, you can actually practice that just through your interactions with people. So like when you're talking to someone, you know, again, practice that active listening. What is this person saying, and what does it really mean? What are they really meaning? Because something about that, even doing that with another human being and practicing in that way somehow opens up your spiritual hearing as well, so that when your guides are trying to communicate to you, it's going to actually further that understanding as well, that you're going to hear spirit and understand spirit more clearly. So that's an interesting message. Okay. All right. We have Mizuki with a paid reading, messages from the star family from Andromeda. Well, I'm going to start out with a chakra card to answer that question, Mizuki, because that's what I felt called to do. And then I'll use tarot as well. You're all getting the 5th chakra. 5th chakra is coming out all over the place. And this one says creative expression. So from your Andromeda star family, I am committed to sharing and revealing my thoughts and feelings by being creative in my communication style and using expressive language. I express myself through talking, singing, sighing, laughing, and crying, and through using my creative talents. I consciously use my senses to experience my world more fully. I see, hear, smell, and feel more, and I become more aware of my surroundings, such as the weather, aromas, people, nature, sounds, and sights. So Andromedan family wants you to be more in touch with the moment in your five senses, and then find a way to express what it is that you are sensing, you know. So maybe like, you know, notice the world around you and how beautiful it is, and then find a way to express that beauty that you're experiencing. Osho Zen Tarot. So what do her Andromedan starseed guides want her to know? Her star family from Andromeda. I saw the Wheel of Fortune. So one of the things is they really feel that there are improvements happening in your life right now. Okay, we get the Nine of Wands reversed, exhaustion. Didn't I get the Nine of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune reversed for you earlier? Or was it someone else? But yeah, I do feel, again, it's like, I feel like I said this to you earlier, that a cycle is ending. You're moving into a new phase of growth, and kind of the old patterns that you've had are falling away right now. We have Six of Wands reversed. You sometimes don't trust this, or you don't feel like you're being successful in moving past these patterns, but you are. And, you know, again, this is kind of similar to what we got earlier. You know, so this is the Nine of Cups. This is happening. It's not like you have to like force it to happen. This change is just naturally happening. You are moving because you're just ready for it. Your soul is ready to progress to the next cycle, and to leave these past patterns behind. Wow, Nine of Cups. I feel like, you know, you're lots of joy and feeling unified with other people, feeling this kind of celebratory, connected other energy with other people is really improving for you. Maybe in the past you've been through a lot of patterns and you got stuck in this rut that kind of kept you from feeling truly connected from other people. Maybe you felt like you didn't have your tribe, you didn't have like a support network or like a group of friends like you wanted. That's coming into your life right now. The old patterns are falling away, and there's a new cycle emerging where you're going to feel so much more connected to other people. So we get the Nine of Swords, sorrow. They want you to not be so overwhelmed when things appear to not be working out. They don't want you to be so worried about what people think of you or anything that's causing anxiety. I don't know how well you can see this, but this guy, he's sitting in front of these window blinds, but there's this little piece up here in the middle of the beautiful blue sky. And there are these beautiful stars in the sky. But he's so focused on what's causing him misery, and that's keeping him from having that connection to spirit. So they're kind of saying, anytime you feel anxiety about maybe your interpersonal relationships and things like that, it is keeping you from being connected to spirit and keeping you from being connected to love. So they want you to kind of relax and enjoy life and just allow this transition to take place. Yeah. They want you to be more in this energy rather than this energy. Now look here. She is surrounded by, again, I don't know, you can't tell, but like this is like kind of toxic energy. These faces around her, they're kind of grimacing. There's a lot of toxic energy in the world. There can be a lot of people who have toxic energy, right? But she's calm and still. She's loving herself, and she's kind of protected by her own energy that creates a buffer between her and the negative toxic energy that surrounds her. So it's not bothering her, right? She's not bothered because she knows the truth. She's connected to spirit. She's connected to oneness. She can see beyond the illusion of toxicity and know the truth of love. And because she knows that and she can be connected to that, it doesn't bother her. The stuff that maybe bothered her before doesn't bother her anymore. So that is actually, that's the energy that you are moving into more fully. whether you even want to or not, or whether you're trying to. You don't have to try to, because it's just happening. So allow it to happen, embrace it. When you get into the energy of anxiety, just release it and recognize this does not serve me. It's not accurate. It's not the truth. Truth is love. Truth is abundance. Truth is fulfillment. Truth is living my purpose, living with happiness and joy. That's truth. Anxiety is the deception. It's that deception that tells us that life is not enough, that we are not enough, that we're under attack, that we're not safe in the world, that we're not loved, that all of these things anxiety will reinforce. But the truth, of course, is love. So that's what I'm getting. That's what they want you to know. Okay. Yeah, I get down very easily as well. I'm in a much better place than I ever have been. For me, therapy has worked, in addition to just being very, focused on spiritual growth and my spiritual path. So have faith that you can get to a point where maybe your emotions are not bringing you down so often, or when you do get down, it won't be as bad. This all is changing for you. It really is, because I feel like we got like a similar message for you earlier. So, and it's a 1 year for you. That's exciting. Yeah. So you must have had, this year would be a 9-year, right? And so you're wrapping up. You're wrapping things up this year, and you really are going to be moving into a beautiful new cycle. That's nice. Next year is going to be a 9-year for me. And I'm also having a progressed full moon. So something is really going to be coming to culmination for me next year. So I'm excited to see what it is. Okay. So I think there someone else. Okay, Barbara. Are you still there, Barbara? I'll pull your chakra card for you. You here, Barbara? And thank you so much, MSM. I think after this one for Barbara, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Okay. All right. I like to spray myself in the face with this. It's just refreshing. This is my water with clary sage essential oil in it. Now my glasses are all messed up. Okay, yeah, we'll get one for you as well. Okay, so one for Barbara first. What does Barbara need to know? What's Barbara's message? We get the heart chakra. Radiate warmth and sincerity. I am open to sharing, accepting, communicating, and connecting with others as I focus on this moment, not the past or the future, but this moment. A smile, a kind-hearted way of speaking, or a hug goes a long way towards uplifting others. Or be careful with the hugs right now in this moment in our world's history, but a smile, a kind-hearted way of speaking, and in some cases, of course, a hug would be fine. But you don't want to just go up to someone and hug them. You know what I mean? Quarantine. But anyway, I offer care and support where I can without rescuing. I offer care and support where I can without rescuing. I nurture and respect my relationships. So it's kind of like, I feel like something that would really benefit you is just maybe like small acts of kindness, random acts of kindness. Like, sometimes the best way to get out of ourselves and to get out of this funk of like focusing on ourselves and what we feel is going right or wrong with ourselves, because we're all ultimately very self-focused. In general, aren't we? Most of us, we're thinking about ourselves, our own lives. And I think they're saying like, it could benefit you right now from really actively getting out of yourself and kind of looking and seeing other people. Do you see someone at the store or on the sidewalk at work who just looks like they need a little bit of a pick-me-up? Be that person who says hi and he smiles. You know, just smile at people you pass by. You don't even have to say anything. But I just feel like these random acts of kindness are going to kind of give you yourself some sort of boost of feeling more connected in love, connected through your heart space. It's going to allow your heart to be more open and active. I'm going to get one more for you, Barbara. And it's the 5th chakra, throat chakra, creative expression, which I think I read this exact one earlier for someone else. But yeah, I'm not going to read it all again because I've already pulled one card for you, but I'm just going to explain what I feel like I'm getting here is that, yeah, your guides really want you to be more connected to people, basically. Interact with people more. You know, be curious, ask people about themselves, ask people how they're doing, and, you know, smile and exude this warmth to people. You know, this has been a really tough year for most, if not all of us. And so, you know, just kind of acknowledging, like, there are a lot of people who are going through tough stuff, you know, even despite the COVID-19 and other really intense stuff that's happening in the world right now. Even beyond all of that, just life is hard sometimes. So if you can ease someone's burden just a little bit through a kind word or a smile, you know, sometimes you might do that. You'll give that kind word and smile, and maybe the person won't be receptive to it. But even on an energetic level, you know what your integrity was, and that you were expressing kindness towards this person, even if they're not ready for that. You know, maybe they're just in a place where they can't even accept kindness in this moment because they're too wrapped up in their misery. Well, that's okay. You still, on an energetic level, you helped that person by having this love for them. And one of the things I'm getting now as I'm thinking is that it could even be beneficial for you right now, Barbara, to actively pray for certain people. I want you to close your eyes, Barbara, and take a few deep breaths. Just empty your mind for a moment, okay? Empty your mind. I'm going to ask you a question, but in the meantime, just allow your mind to be empty. Take a few deep breaths. Who are you thinking of right now? Who are you thinking of? Someone other than yourself. Who comes to your mind first? Or if there are multiple people who come to your mind, take note of those people. These are people that need your prayer right now. And so I think Spirit would like you to communicate your love and your concern for these people and their well-being through prayer. Your husband. So pray for your husband. You know, show him these little acts of love and kindness, but it doesn't even have to always be openly expressed either. I'm seeing 3322 as well. That's an angel number that could be helpful to you, Barbara. There were 33 people in the room, 22 thumbs up on the video. Wow, I don't think I've ever had this many people really engaged in my live stream before. This many people in the room or this many likes. So thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Yes, I think so too. Thank you, Milana. Okay, so after Barbara, okay, Yen Zen. Okay, wanted a chakra card, so let me pull one for you. The 5th chakra, it's the same one, this creative expression. Let me pull a clarifier. I popped up oh, so you've never even been on my channel before? Well, welcome, Barbara. It's wonderful to have you. I do lots of tarot reading videos, like pick a card videos, but I do also, not every Thursday, but on many Thursdays, I also do live streams where I talk about in a specific topic at the beginning. Usually in the first 20 to 30 minutes, I'll talk on a specific topic. Today it was about the chakras and specifically the transpersonal chakras, and I did a guided meditation. So once this is done streaming, if you want to play it back, you can hear what I said about those chakras if that's interesting to you. And then what I normally do after that, and I'm seeing 3322 again, really Google 3322 angel number, Barbara or anyone else who's interested. I think that's going to have a message for you. 3322. I'm going to look it up for myself for later. Getting so many beautiful angel numbers today in our live stream. So anyway, what I'm saying is that after the topical chat, then I do paid personal readings. But today, since we were talking about the chakras and I have this chakra deck, I was also giving people free chakra card pulls. Okay, I'm going to look at that for myself later. Okay, so this is for Yin. Okay, 7th chakra, crown chakra, grace. Ooh, grace. The grace of a higher power is with me, and I move through life knowing this truth. I believe in a higher power, and I know that it is within and around me, offering assistance and guidance. I surrender all my fears and burdens to a higher power. I am open to receive grace, and I trust in a higher power. I am worthy. I think, again, this is about prayer, because the first card, Yin Zen, that came through was the throat chakra expression, expressing yourselves. And this is about grace. I feel that really actively talking to the divine, to God, or however you conceive of that, to the universe, to whoever's out there listening, from the divine, from the higher realms, who's here to love and support you. Really actively being in communication with that. I surrender all my fears and burdens to a higher power. Go to God with all of your fears, with anything that's concerned to you. Don't think that anything that is going on with you is not important to God. Everything, God is, we're all important to God, right? I am worthy. I am open to receive grace, and I trust in a higher power. I think that if you have had any kind of wavering faith, this is going to increase your faith and your reassurance and your understanding of the truth of this divine connection, this divine support that is available to you. Okay, I can just call you Yin. All right. I appreciate that. Thank you for being so kind and accepting of my lack of knowledge of pronunciation. I really appreciate that. Nobody will see it unless you go maskless. Well, that's true. I mean, you can smile with your eyes. Am I smiling right now? Am I smiling right now? People can see your smile in your eyes, is what I'm trying to point out. If there is time, Gabby, I would like a card as well. Absolutely. I was actually going to offer that. So thank you for reminding me, because you've been so helpful and keeping me organized and knows I need it. And then we've got a reading for Rachel. So this reading for Rachel is going to be my last one. I'll pull a card for Miss M, and then we'll do Rachel's question. Okay, so this is for Miss M. Okay, you're getting the heart chakra. Unconditional love. I allow myself to be open to giving and receiving love without fear of rejection. This is important. You know why I think that it's our connections to our pets are so nice? Because pets, cats and dogs, they give love so unconditionally already. They teach us so much about unconditional love. They're not afraid of rejection, right? They're just going to jump up and love all over you, right? So they teach us how to be in this state too of, being willing to love and show our love for people without so much fear of rejection. Anyway, I just felt like throwing that in there because I was thinking about that recently. I give without expecting recognition or acknowledgement in return. When I am loving to others, I am helping bring out the innate love within them so that they also feel uplifted, worthy, and cared for. I love myself the way I am, not the way I was or could be, and I extend this love to others. I teach others how to love and respect me by how I love and respect myself. I'm going to get one more for you, Miss M. Okay, divine intervention, the crown chakra. I honor a higher power and know that anything is possible. We limit ourselves way too much. Anything is possible. I let a higher power have a more active presence in my life, and I know that my life is divinely guided. I surrender to this truth. I know that I am loved, guided, and protected by a higher source. I am open to seeking guidance in my spiritual quest from a spiritual teacher, master, or guru. Okay, so what I'm kind of getting is this message of, we all want to, we know that we're loved, from the divine, right? Spirit loves us. But sometimes we don't always feel that. And something that I'm getting is like, I like to use, and this is kind of prismatic, not exactly. I have a prism over here though. It won't come out. Anyway, there's a prism hanging on my wall. It's stuck there though. Yeah, so we're all like a prism for love's light, that light from the divine. We want to feel that love from the divine more, right? One way of feeling it and knowing it's there is through our own ability to express it outward, allow that love to go through us. When we see that we can express that love towards other people, it makes us more aware of the fact that, well, this love is coming through me. It's coming to me and through me. So in the act of loving other people, we become more aware of the divine's love for us because we see it made manifest. We see it made real. And that's why I like to use that metaphor of the prism because, sometimes God's love for us is invisible, just like, light is invisible. We don't see it. It's all around us, but we don't really see it for the most part. But when it passes through a prism, what happens? That prism makes it visible in the world. And that's what all of us are here to do. We're allowing God's light to shine through us, and we make it visible so that other people can see God's love. We see God's love through a beautiful, symphony. We see it through a beautiful piece of art. We see it through that hug that our friend gives us when we really are down and we really need a hug, right? We see it in these little acts of kindness, in a stranger smiling at you when you're feeling down, or just in general, there are so many ways in which that all people are allowing that love to shine through them and create this beautiful rainbow of loving energy in the world. So when we allow ourselves to be that prism and that conduit, it makes us so much more fully aware of the love that is showering down upon us at all times. We know that the love is real when we allow ourselves to feel it for other people. So that's the message I'm getting for you, Miss M, and I think for all of us. That was a really beautiful message. So I'm going to do Rachel's reading, and then we're going to I'm going to kind of move on. I'm going to log off at that point. So, 2626. Gosh, thank you guys for liking the video too. That was really sweet of you. All right. How will it be when I'm reunited with my husband this weekend into next week? I felt called to this deck to start off with, but I'm probably going to be using some tarot as well. Thank you as well, Miss M. You were always so helpful to me, and I really genuinely appreciate it. Just with so much kindness. You're always here just being so kind and helpful without me even asking, or I do really, really appreciate it. Okay, so what does Rachel need to know about the next time she'll be seeing her husband? We get resilience. All right. Sticks and stones may break my bones, and unkind words can somehow drain every bit of joy and color from my once rosy life. But nothing can ever permanently damage the real me. I love myself, I cherish myself, and I vow to remember that I'm always camped out in the depths of myself, even when I don't feel like very much of myself. So, not going to lie, not going to sugarcoat. I think that there might be some difficult energy between the two of you. There might be some kind of abrasive words that are spoken. But this is also called resilience. This isn't going to ruin you, and it's not going to ruin the relationship. I'm going to get one more card from this deck, and then we'll move into tarot. Okay, we get curiosity. Meeting new people, I remember what a treasure trove of opinions, interests, and stories they are. But these treasures will only be unlocked if I embrace my curiosity. So I'll be curious and you be interesting. I kind of feel like they're saying, if he is saying things that are coming across as abrasive. They want to kind of, first of all, respect your boundaries. You deserve to be, spoken to in a respectful way. But beyond that, try to be curious, like what are you really trying to say? Where are these words really coming from? Try to be in the mentality of being curious rather than judging or reacting. Think, okay, this is what he's saying. This is how he's behaving. This is the energy that he's putting off. Let me kind of delve deeper. Let me be a little bit of a detective here and be curious about that. Okay, you're saying this, and I want to understand you more fully. I want to understand why you're bothered right now. I want to understand, why you're expressing these things. Why are you feeling this way? Also, I'm getting my message deck here is wanting to be pulled from. So what is it going to be like when she sees her husband? What's the energy going to be like? Do you just want me for sex? I want something real with you. So maybe he's going to be trying to have sex, and it will make you feel a little bit uncomfortable because it feels like there are other things. I'm seeing 2727. So many repeating numbers today. Rachel, look up 2727, angel number. We have communicated telepathically, and I'm aware of it. So the two of you are actually much more in tune with each other than you think. But it's like, and maybe intuitively you're understanding each other, but it needs to be made more real and concrete. So I feel like, one or both of you might be wanting to have sex to kind of reignite that feeling of being connected. But I think it's important to kind of focus more about communication first and like really hearing and understanding each other. The sexual desire will be there. So most likely you'll be doing some of that. That's what I'm thinking. But what I'm trying to say is like, don't allow that to be the relationship, or don't allow that to be the only glue. The sex is great, but don't allow that to be the only glue, because there really needs to be some honest communication. And, like I said, I'm not going to sugarcoat. It's not going to be the easiest communication. We get 4 of Cups, postponement. I do feel like you're going to feel like the two of you are not really where you want to be, but I think you should not lose hope, okay? Don't lose hope here. The 4 of Cups to me also shows stability, and in particular in relation to emotions or emotional connections. So there's stability here. The two of you are grounded. This is a stable relationship. You're not going to lose the relationship. Don't feel that way. But there are some uncomfortable conversations that need to be had. And then the next cup is 10 of Cups, harmony. I think that when you all are able to have these conversations and really be curious about why the person is saying or, coming across the way that they are, when you both are really invested in truly trying to understand, not just hear, but understand, it is going to bring back so much harmony and lightheartedness. And then you can get into the sex and express your joy for each other in that way, because there's a lot of love here. I think that, it's going to be sort of tense and difficult at first, and then it will blossom back into that love and harmony. Okay. So do not lose faith. Any other advice for Rachel? We get the 8 of Pentacles reversed. I think it's important that when he visits that you really do set aside time for him and don't get distracted. We all have to-do lists. We have chores. We have work. We have responsibilities. But I feel like the message is like to kind of try your best to put aside that so that you can just really focus on him, and vice versa, and say, ask him to do the same for you. Let's respect each other. Let's really focus on this time that we're having together and make the most of this. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. I'll pull a chakra card for you as well, Rachel, and then I will be wrapping up the live stream today. I really appreciate everyone for coming out. Really enjoyed today. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do a live stream, and then yesterday I was like, no, I should, because I think I might be out of town next week, and I already didn't do one last week because the world just felt very loud. And, you know, the aftermath of the election is just everything felt very loud. And I'm like, I just want to pull my own energy back and not be loud. I just want to be quiet and focused on me and myself. But all right. So I get second chakra. I am a mentor, not a rescuer. And seventh chakra, divine intervention. So this one came up earlier when someone was asking about love life. And my interpretation of it then, Rachel, is the same as it is for you now, which is like, well, I'll just read the first paragraph. I avoid continually sacrificing my own happiness for others by rescuing and enabling them, as doing this may hinder personal growth for both of us. So I think with your husband, you know, you need to give him the space to really step up and make himself understood and make him understand what he's truly thinking and feeling. Because I think at first it's going to come off as abrasive and you're not going to be really getting the full picture. So make space for him to do that. Don't be making assumptions about what he's thinking and feeling, but, you know, say, you know, just dig deeper, right? But you don't have to self-sacrifice either. Does that make sense? You're not doing his part of the work of the relationship. You have to focus on what your part of the work of the relationship is. And the other one is the crown chakra, divine intervention, which I also pulled for someone, but I'll just read it again. I honor a higher power and know that anything is possible. I let a higher power have a more active presence in my life, and I know that my life is divinely guided. I surrender to this truth. So remind yourself that even in terms of your marriage, everything is divinely guided. I know that I am loved, guided, and protected by a higher source. I am open to seeking guidance in my spiritual quest from a spiritual teacher, master, or guru. You and your husband are teachers to each other. So remember that. You're both teachers in this relationship and you're both students. What are you teaching each other about? You're teaching him how to love you, and he's teaching you how to love him. And you're both teaching and learning all about all of this. That's what a relationship is. All right. So honor and respect that important role that you play in each other's lives. And of course, you know, be open to connecting more to your divine guidance and to that divine support, and ask, you know, pray for God, for the divine to be present in this moment when you are spending time with your husband, and to help the two of you to really make the most of it so that you can, you know, get to that place of harmony where the love, you know, the love is already there, but ask for assistance, ask for divine intervention to help support this process of getting back into that place of greater joy and harmony with each other. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I feel like I'm reading Yen's message here about the seventh chakra and as it relates to her name. That's really pretty. Yes, names are very meaningful. I agree. And you do. I think we've just met. I don't know if you've been in the live stream before, but you do come across as a very wise person. So I would say that that is true. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thanks, everybody, for showing up today. I wish you all the best. Go with God. Love yourselves. When you're wearing that mask, try to smile at people. All right, so guys, I love you. Bye-bye. I'll see you later.